Punters, how are you? How's your day? I am in Big Bear at Snow Summit Bike Park, and I'm joined with a couple of legends, Kirt Voreis and McCaul, just fluttering in.
Is that what you call them? Punters?
Punters, yeah.
Punters. Hello, punters.
Amazing English accent.
I like it.
So these guys are obviously, well, maybe not obviously to you, but they are free ride legends. Multiple mountain bike movies, all time, Red Bull Rampage. We are going to do a trail called Party Wave. Party Wave, isn't it? It's not Square Wave. And there's a bunch of jumps, a bunch of wood features, and these guys are going to show me how to do things better. Let's go straight to what's going to be the first thing.
I heard you
We're
went
gonna,
over the backflip, right?
we can do the drop right down over here. There's like a little drop that we're gonna do. We're gonna show you how to press into the suspension, get yourself to pop up, and use momentum to hit the landing, throw the bike out ahead of you. We're gonna do all that.
Backflips, maybe. We'll see how it goes. What have we got here, boys?
This is your learning jump right here, Paul. This jump is perfect for you because you come into it, it's the first real kicker of the trail. It's longer than you expect. You got to trust your speed, Paul. That is the lesson plan for this particular feature. Trust in your speed, Paul.
Yeah, and it's good to see the side of the lip, the takeoff, because that way you can see the steepness of it, and you can kind of judge, other jumps that you've done in the past. When you're approaching it, it does look a lot steeper, and I think that's what makes people hesitate.
Big time.
So it is really good to just look at it and really get in your head like, okay, it's not as steep as it looks when I'm coming up to it. The key thing is speed, and being able to get to the backside. You watch some of the riders here, and if you see some, not many people are overshooting it, then that means that you can go ahead and just let it go a little bit.
Okay.
I'd say this is a mistake that most people who are new to bike parks have, is they come in and they just want to ride the trail without looking at it. You'd never show up to a set of jumps or just a one-off feature and not stand to the side. Right here you got all the perspective, so when you're coming up the lip, you kind of reference that vision that you had when you sat here alongside the jump, knowing how long it is, knowing the shape of the landing if you want to nose in.
A lot of people get pressured just to keep going down the course and go, okay, I'll just see it the next time. But the next time you're going to do exactly the same thing. So it's good to just pull off and just assess it and watch other riders hit it.
Pre-ride, free ride, repeat. Isn't that what it says on the ground when you're going up the lift at Whistler?
Hey Kirt, show people what they're going to do if they do it wrong.
You want me to? Okay, yeah.
Oh!
Oh man! Darn it!
Look at no footer, that was sweet. That's a little more skills, but
Okay, how about showing what to do? Okay, here they come. Oh my god. Just like that.
Just like that.
Okay.
You have a lot of speed.
Alright.
Keep your momentum.
Let's give it a go.
Wait, really?
I don't know, that's that right? Yeah.
Do you reckon you can flip
I
it?
thought the same thing with the 3.
Do you reckon you can flip it?
No, not me.
No, do you reckon Cam can flip
He
it?
could do it. Yeah, Cam's doing it. I'll 360 it, but I wouldn't flip it.
You could twist it?
Probably. Not right now, though.
Okay.
How much money you got? Put 5 on it. What we're gonna do is, when you're hitting this transition, the transition's gonna be coming at you, so you're going uphill, so the bike's gonna slow down. You wanna make sure the bike goes with you, so you wanna push into the bike and say, hey, me and you are together. We're going off this, because if you don't, the bike slows down, you end up going over the bars. That's what happens. A lot of people don't push into the lip and throw their bike in lip. It's like pushing your shopping cart through the parking lot of the grocery store. If there's a speed bump, you don't let the shopping cart hit the speed bump and hit you. You push it forward, so do that with your bike. When you're in the air, a lot of people keep their position like this. As they land, the only thing that's going to happen is now your bike's going to slow down because it's got friction, so it's going to slow down. So the only thing you have left is this. So before I land, I always throw my bike ahead, so when it lands, I can come back to my neutral position, be strong. So always throw that ahead of you. You don't jump into the ocean with the surfboard on your chest. You throw it out ahead of you and then land on it. Your boogie board or whatever. So these are just little tips. Okay. I gotta breathe.
We're high up here.
We should give him a chance to catch his breath and cut to the illustrations he's already created demonstrating these exact points. Go.
All right, so what we're looking for is crunching into the bike, pushing into that suspension, loading that suspension up. That way, you and your bike become one.
Do you think you've given him too many things to think about here?
I hope so.
Are you ready already?
Push into that bike.
Woo! Okay, I'm gonna say a little bit more speed. I think he's doing everything right in terms of body, form, and technique.
Yeah, looks good.
But you just need a little bit more speed. You gotta trust your speed, right? So you hit that setup jump it to the outside. So now you're hitting that berm where you're gonna have enough exit speed to carry all the speed that you work so hard for up there by pedaling. Then take one pedal before the lip.
One pedal before the lip.
Take a pedal before the lip. What do you see? You're in a gear that's going to actually do something.
What do you see before the lip? I feel like when you're getting right to the lip, that's when you kind of open up and you're not being aggressive.
Yeah.
You're like, Okay, here we go. But stay aggressive all the way through the transition.
All right, Punters, we're tracking Paul's progress here. Punters, we're tracking Paul's progress. This is where he landed before. So he needs another good, I wear size 12, so this is accurate. He needs another 6 feet. So I'm gonna train him in. He's gonna get in my draft stream. We're gonna get him all the way to that landing.
One Brett Reader.
All right, you made it past the stick.
Is it you? Is it me? It's the Joey of the week.
How'd that feel?
Did you get past the stick?
It was pretty good. Got like about 2 feet past it.
Oh, so I've got 4 feet left?
You still got a little more, but I think that was good. Now we can just work a little bit more and more. It's hard when you're like following somebody too.
I just said actually it was easier. You went really far off to the left. And I was like, oh, I don't know, but like, trust Cam. What should I have done different? I was still a bit hesitant. I was still a bit like, whoa.
Did you take the pedal before the lip?
I did take the pedal.
Good.
See, and I think that's the deal is the speed's there, but you're tensing up and sucking up the transition instead of pushing into it.
How about
Okay.
this? You know, like when people are doing track and field and they're doing the long jump, they're just running as fast as they can and trying to jump as high as they can, and that just translates into distance. They're not trying to jump far because they're going to land before they actually get what they could have had in terms of distance. So this time, do the same exact thing in terms of speed, then just try to go up. And,
Okay.
and you might get that extra 4 feet. Do what he's saying with your legs is where, you know, like if you're on flat ground and you're doing the bunny hop, that's
Yeah.
kind of the motion off the lip where you're like this.
Okay.
So ride the transition all the way up, then as your back tire is leaving, shoot for that.
Shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw your bike ahead of you. Get to that landing.
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna replace the stick. That's where he's currently at. I think he's got the speed. He just needs to be confident enough to enjoy the air time, put his speed up in the air so that he doesn't land before he carries all his distance. He's selling himself short. Not
Yeah.
going up high.
He's pushing into that lip.
Squashing. What do you think, Kurt? Do we trust him enough that I could replace the stick with my body? Think he'd clear me?
Let's not tell him.
This
Put
is
in
how
your
much I
goggles.
trust Paul. I'm gonna put my goggles down. Get it! Bye-bye goggles. Oh! Yeah!
Hey, you know what? And you tried for that. You were at the end, you were pushing ahead, trying to
was, he
get
did
past
this.
that. That was that long jump, dude. You're just giving it your all. I like that.
You didn't know it, but I added an extra level of consequence here for me. I put my goggles down, my brand new Smith goggles right here.
He was gonna lay down, but you dropped in too quick, so we couldn't get him down there in time. No, it was rad
was good,
because you
though.
did. You worked it. Like you pushed in, you wanted that backside, and that a lot of things you do. If it's learning wheelies or anything, it's having the want. It's not just, you know, going, I'm gonna try to get to there. You know, give yourself a goal. If you're doing a wheelie, jumping, whatever it is, give yourself a goal to get to, and you know, you will start to push your bike that way.
I'll be honest, I did see Cam's goggles and went,
Watch out, right?
oh,
See, you got that extra distance because it was mandatory. Also, we give you all these tips, and it's so easy to overthink all these little tips where you're like just over analyzing, putting all these different body motions in under a microscope. If you just think about getting there and just block everything else out, once
Yeah.
you've got the little muscle memory, then you see goggles and you go past the goggles. You know?
that was it. Just like Kurt.
Yeah. You just gotta send it, man. You just gotta send it.
Jumping was easy. Guess you need to see a couple of professional free riders to show you how to do it. Now, the next thing on this trail, a massive hip. Oh! Cam said he's gonna go here. Yeah, that's me. That's me, that dude. That was me.
There's not even a mark.
Oh my god!
You almost did the whole thing.
That was ridiculous. I almost missed you because I was like, no human can do that. Oh wow.
Almost to get to the grass, and I think I got to the grass.
Check out this guy.
Start with a little baseline here, Paul.
Okay.
Where are you making it right now, and what is your goal? Let's all figure out what our goal is.
So right now, trying to come off here, kind of going straight.
Yep.
I'd say, like straight for the corner.
And so a goal, perhaps,
Yeah.
just for fun factor. Look at this, I'm actually doing your aperture thing.
Yes.
Taking off anywhere to the right of this corner here, and now then you're slaying it, you know?
Okay.
So maybe use this as a goal right there.
Yep.
Because then you're going to land smoother because you're landing higher up on the landing as well.
So one important thing is you always, when you're riding, you want your bike to be, for optimal traction, is 90 degrees to the ground, right? So
Yeah.
the ground flat underneath you, your bike straight up and down. When you
Okay.
go over these hips, Like as you go over, when you change the position now look how the ground is. You
Yeah.
can slip like this.
And that's
lot
where
of
the fear
people-
comes from.
Yeah, a lot of people will hit the hips and slide down. It's very intuitive, or it's actually counterintuitive to go off of a jump and turn opposite way of the way you're gonna go. But this
Yeah.
is counter steering.
Kurt, do you know what happened up there? Holy cow, I washed out on that wooden bridge. I was sprinting to get enough speed.
Oh my
And I
god.
completely washed. It looked like I was gonna eat it so hard. And I caught up at the last second and I just sprinted. I got so lucky right there.
When I go off the lip, if I turn this direction to guide myself that way, my body falls this way. So I'm gonna land on the transition and slide out. So when I go off the transition into a hip, I wanna turn, which leans my body, gets my body leaning. My bike leans, I can land in that transition.
He's up.
Let me give
Genius.
you a little tip.
Okay. Oh, they're fucked off!
Oh!
Oh!
Hey! Well, that's an example of what Kurt's talking about right there.
Oh my
That's
God.
why it's actually safer to take off the top of the lip, because then you're able to come up, do the counter steer like he's talking about, and then you point it down. Now you're facing the angle of the landing rather than jumping straight, laying sideways, and almost falling like that guy did.
So as I go off, I'm gonna turn to the outside.
Ah,
And
counter
what's funny is
steering.
you do this constantly while you're riding your bike right now, balancing.
Yeah.
You're going one direction to the other. So these are the things when you go off the lip, gets my body weight this way. Boom. Everything we do takes an opposite reaction. When you swing a baseball bat, you don't go like this.
Yeah.
Or what do you call it? Cricket. When you
Cricket.
when you do a cricket, you don't go like this. You have to go like this
Yeah.
to do that. You need this movement to do that. So anything in life you do, we do counterbalances.
Here's a crazy one for you that might not make much sense, but all these little tips, they extend into all the harder things too. To do a front flip, do you come off the lip and just really lean forward? No, you gotta lean back first, so you're coming from somewhere, right? You're coming from all the way, just like that baseball thing that he's talking about, where you come from here.
Yeah.
You gotta lean back first, and then you have somewhere to push off of the lunge forward.
You would think on a front flip, you're just like, I'm gonna dive over the bars,
A lot
but
of people think, oh, front brake for a front flip, right? Nope, you gotta wait until you're up here and then rear brake for a front flip, because then you're coming from somewhere. You're not just pushing all your energy into a flat wall.
Oh my god.
So now, Paul,
Yeah.
do you understand the mechanics of it? Let's see a front flip.
Okay, got it. You take this. hold my camera.
Hold my beer, watch this. Oh. Yeah, that looked like our dog. Was it? No, Mac.
Good.
Okay, well here's a lot of examples of how to do it perfect. We are ready, Paul. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this, Blair Witch. Yeah, Paul. Oh boy.
I saw it, and that's it. All you need is a little bit. You got a little bit of that counter steer. That was awesome, and that's all it takes is just that little, you know, those little steps.
The scariest thing I find is like a normal jump, you know where the landing is.
Yeah.
But this, like, the variation of it is so quick.
It fades away on you. You feel like
Yeah.
you're a lot higher than you are. Right? And you're like just kind of floating down the transition, but you're like, am I going to get down here? You did a little bit, but when you came back a little quick and it stood you up.
Yeah.
So a little bit more just like holding that, like just.
See, you felt higher than you are. Kurt knows what it's like to be higher than he feels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah! That was money! So now that's the beginning of a tabletop. Now when you start getting to that floating out, you can start to really start to pick up the bike now. You start sweeping up, but that float is the beginning of a tabletop. The way you did that, and it was, he held that pretty good. Like all the way through.
You're good to me, man. The
That
best
was
thing is
cool.
that your tires, they just stuck right to that landing. They didn't
Oh.
start sliding, they didn't kick up any dirt. That means you angled it right in.
I went a bit slow that time, just to be focused on the technique.
Yeah, no,
rather
that
than
was
just
good.
trying to be like, boop. One thing I have one question is the way in, the line up the lip. Can we look at that?
Yeah!
He's got like a quarter-inch of travel on that bike. See how hard he hit?
How good are they now?
There's a technique of coming to the transition and you know, loading your body up, getting the whip right. So
It's where I'm like struggling where to aim. Because like, I think the first time I came in too far from here and then carved, and that's where I was like, oh crap, landing's gone.
it's easier if you just kind of go up the transition to the top. As long as you got your counter steer,
Yeah.
no matter how far you go out, you're gonna be safe because you're gonna be landing in the transition with your wheels 90 degrees, right?
Yeah.
So when you get that down, so you wanna do a straighter line. When you're cutting, you're just jumping out and you're gonna go higher out to the inside. So you're just gonna land deeper every time when you wanna start going faster. So when you see when Cam does it, he needs to make it all the way to the very end. So he's really exactly on a straight line off of this.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so he's just varying off maybe like a 2 or 3 degrees. You know, as you start going further, then you can start widening it out. Start relieving that carve. Just do a lighter carve every time as you start going further and further. Yeah. Don't be afraid of just going straight, because like I said, once you get this down, no matter how deep you go, you're still going to land 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Just get into that position, and whatever speed you have will put you where you'll end up, but that position stays the same until you're ready to guide it in.
Okay, I want to try that one.
Oh, counter steer! Yeah, counter steer off that lip! Woo! Woo! Yeah, that was way straighter. Way straighter that time. See, now your angle, you're making it to the berm a little better. Your lineup's a lot better.
There we have it, punters. 2 things I've never really done before, but with the help of my friends, Kirt and Cam,
Yeah.
we've learned some new skills. So Cam has a YouTube channel, globe on his face, like last time. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I do too. It's just a bunch of old videos and stuff, but yeah,
Done.
there's stuff on there.
Your face as well. And
Yeah.
if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the link below. If you enjoyed it, hit like. Leave a comment below saying which feature you would prefer to do. And punters, I'll see you next time.
One more thing.
Oh,
I love you.
yes.